what's going on, guys? It is Rinne-Hatake here, back with another video. And today we got what if Goku had Supreme Instinct? And someone commented this down below, and their comment was to see if Goku could possess both Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego. So this is that what if. What if Goku had Supreme Instinct? But without further ado, let's begin. So, on the age 736, there was a young Saiyan child that was born, whose name was Kakarot, later changed to Son Goku. But in this timeline, Goku will not be making it out of planet Vegeta. Planet Vegeta was destroyed, and all of its people were. Bardock and Guinea, well, they didn't make it out alive either. Bardock, he just believed his plan was just all hoax. It was just a joke that he was playing with himself. Bardock believed that, and that was his biggest mistake, which led him and his child with his wife to be dead, only leaving Raditz, Vegeta, and Nappa on that planet to be Frieza's underlings. But what wasn't expected was a seal to be broken at the exact same time Frieza destroyed planet Vegeta. The main character, Goku, might have been dead, but someone is here to help, and that one person happened to be the dark fallen angel, Lucifer. Yes, I have made up this character, Lucifer, that would rival or measure up or rival even the Grand Priest's power. This character was sealed away by the Grand Priest and all the other angels because this angel was too dangerous and had managed to learn the power of the Hakai or Ultra Ego, which put him way beyond even the Grand Priest's power when using both Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct. So this being has access to both the instinct of the angels and the destructive power of the gods. It has that power. And Zeno had to get involved to help out the other angels because they were struggling to take down this foe. But no foe is too strong for Zeno, since Zeno is very, very strong. So Zeno did seal this guy away, but he was planning on destroying it, or destroying this angel, but this was actually the Grand Priest's brother. Lucifer was the Grand Priest's brother. I'm just gonna say that for this what if story and scenario. That's the person who will be helping Son Goku, or Kakarot. Well, this angel, or fallen angel, had been set free, but his power is still not back to its full prime. So he searched around, looking for anything to absorb. So he comes across some destroyed, basically like destroyed parts of the planet Vegeta. When he senses an energy, well, not energy, but he feels like there's a source or a spirit or a soul here that resides on this planet and does not waver. And that soul was Kakarot's. Since Kakarot was still a child, his soul, what I'm gonna say is his soul managed to stay in a living world. But this angel, using his angelical abilities, managed to revive Kakarot and take him upon his own arms and take him to a safe haven. So this angel saved Kakarot and, well, basically gave him a new body to live once again. Kakarot had been training with Lucifer, since I'm gonna do a time skip, and been training with Lucifer. And Lucifer had been a great teacher to Kakarot, but had evil motives, corrupting Kakarot's mind to be very, very different from the kind nature it used to be. Kakarot has now access to only one of the two powers. The easiest one to access for Kakarot, since he was like a Saiyan, and did not change into a kind and gentle person, would be Ultra Ego. Kakarot or Goku, either one of the two, will learn Ultra Ego. So his first ability was the Ultra Ego. This angel Lucifer taught him everything about Ultra Ego, how to use it properly, and how to use the Hakai and all of the godly abilities. And while this was going on, Whis had sensed this dark presence, and Whis warns Beerus, saying, "Lord Beerus, I have some bad news. The angelical being, or fallen angel, Lucifer, has been awoken, or released from his seal." As Beerus woke up, since Beerus was still asleep, and Whis just talked to him through his ear, or whispered in his ear, "Fallen angel" was the word that woke Beerus up. Beerus woke up immediately, sweat drops falling from his head as Beerus clenches his fist, saying, "That angel, you say he's been reawakened, huh? Whis, whoever or wherever he is, we must find him immediately. We have to get Lord Zeno involved." Even as Beerus has finally awoken much earlier than normal due to, this angel Lucifer being alive. But Lucifer has still not recovered from being sealed for millions of years. He'd been sealed for millions and millions of years, and his power had decreased so greatly that his power was still very strong, but it was about the same strength as Blue Goku at this point. Blue Goku, which is still strong, but not strong enough to take down Beerus at all. But with Hakai, it's still very dangerous, and also Ultra Instinct, so you have to keep that in mind. But he can't use both at the same time at this point, since all of his energy has been drained, as I've stated before. And, Lucifer's trying to use Goku to be his vessel, and soon enough that might actually come to fruition. Their training on this random planet continues, as godly divine energy was left on that planet, as, this angel had to continue leaving and find more refuge from different planets, so that Beerus and Whis won't track them. But Whis keeps an eye on them most of the universe, so Whis would track them down. Not so quickly, but close enough. Whis was tracking this angel down, and one day during training, Whis caught onto his energy and teleported with Beerus there. And they sent an SOS signal, or an emergency signal, to the Grand Priest before doing this, just in case they were defeated. As Beerus landed, Beerus stared daggers at Lucifer, saying, "Lucifer, you, who had set you free?" As Lucifer looks at Beerus, saying, "You impudent god, Beerus. You don't understand anything now, do you?" As Goku, he was at his teenage years about this time, so they've been training for years now, so he's about at the age of where he took down Piccolo in canon. That's the age where he's at now. As Goku stares down Beerus, saying, "You won't go anywhere near my master." As Goku takes his fighting stance and activates Ultra Ego, as Beerus widens his eyes, saying, "That ability, that godly power I sense from you. You taught him that, didn't you?" As Beerus' anger rose as he powered up and Goku powered up to Ultra Ego, his hair changed. His eyebrows were gone now, and his hair changed from black to purple as his aura became more ominous, just like Beerus's, as those two began their fight. And to be honest, their fight was very, very even. And, it looks like Goku was taking the biggest advantage here. He has the advantage against Beerus so far. But it seems that Beerus is gaining the advantage back, through all of his experience in battle, so it seems they're very, very even. But with that battle continuing, Whis knows he can't fight since he's an angel, but they only managed to seal him because of Zeno, so Whis does not have to, he cannot strike first and can only defend. So Lucifer strikes at Whis since he broke through the shackles of the angel, learning this god ability. So Whis can only defend and dodge. And right now, Whis is at the back foot right now since the barrages of attacks that Lucifer's sending cannot be held down by Whis alone. But Whis realizes that Lucifer is a lot weaker than when he fought him millions of years ago. And Whis thought, his power is weakened, but I can't do anything without Lord Beerus. As he continued dodging, as Beerus continued his fight, and it soon seems like Goku has taken the advantage again, and Beerus has taken heavy damage, and so has Goku. And Goku drops back down, and he drops out of Ultra Ego and tries to calm himself to access Omen Ultra Instinct at least Omen. And he tries, and he actually manages to access Omen as he enters Omen, as Whis was shocked for just a split second. And that split second was enough for Lucifer to punch Whis across the face. This caught Whis off guard, and Whis was sent flying into a little mountain that was nearby, as Beerus sees this thing. But he also got distracted seeing Whis get knocked back, that Goku or Kakarot had the opportunity to do the same kick he was gonna do in Omen against Jiren, which sent Beerus flying backwards, but Beerus was a lot stronger than Goku since Goku hasn't mastered Ultra Instinct yet, but this Ultra Instinct is way beyond Omen 1 from canon, or Omen 2, or Omen 3, or Omen 3 at this point. This level of Ultra Instinct was much higher due to him learning a lot more about it, but still wasn't enough to take down Beerus, and Goku was still in the back foot at this point. Staying in Ultra Ego would have been a better choice, but Goku decided to make things harder by entering the angelical power of the angels as he continues his fight with Beerus, but this time he actually basically goes down to the planet and dashes towards, where Whis was, and drops out of Omen again and goes into Ultra Ego, which is a very tiring thing to do. So he decides to try and just wipe out Whis from existence. As Beerus sees this, he goes down to try and save Whis, but Whis manages to dodge the Hakai. The whole mountain was Hakai'd out of existence, and the fight continues. This fight continued for a whole week straight. The battle seemed like it was endless, but soon the battle was over when Goku caught Beerus off guard. Beerus got distracted for a split second, and Goku had his time, teleporting behind Beerus, sending a Hakai, and ending the God of Destruction. And the God of Destruction had now been finished, as Beerus' last words were, "Dang, no! I couldn't complete my mission," as Beerus was wiped out of existence. With the God of Destruction gone, Whis was no longer able to stay, and Whis was sent off to, somewhere far away. Whis was sent off somewhere far away, as Lucifer had been tired out, and his power has decreased a lot more, but he could have taken out Whis easily, but he wanted to see how Kakarot could have done this, or how he could have fought these two. And Goku was nowhere near the strength of Whis, but the thing is, only Lucifer was holding down Whis. Since Lucifer's still weak, he can't take down Whis at this point, but still. Lucifer has now weakened greatly, but continues training Goku on that planet until Goku has finally able to access Master Ultra Instinct and make it the same strength or even stronger than Ultra Ego. And Goku had been focusing on controlling this power, and Goku had finally fully mastered all the grades of Mastered Ultra Instinct, and now is trying to access power even greater the power that had been limited from the angels, or the power that limits all the angels from exceeding their power now, and which was mastered Ultra Instinct was the max, but one angel was able to break it, and the others got fearful. So Goku's trying to access that power that made all the other angels fearful, and that was Supreme Instinct. As Goku continues trying to access his form, getting kicked out of Mastered every time, but one day he used his anger and his fury and combined it with his Mastered Ultra Instinct and the Ultra Ego. His anger and his fury with the Ultra Ego combining with the Mastered created the one perfected form, Supreme Instinct. His hair glistened a silvery purple or silvery violet color, as Goku's eyebrows did not vanish this time. His eyebrows were still there, and Goku's eyes were not a silver tint, but a violet, a nice violet color with a bit of silver within, as Goku had finally accessed the power, the legendary power of Supreme Instinct. And it was time for Lucifer to take down his prey, as Goku had been used this whole time, and Lucifer congratulated Goku, saying, "Well done, my student." As Goku's still dumb, and he wouldn't realize anything, and he would say, "Thank you, Master." But when Goku said that, Lucifer basically slammed his hand on Goku's face as Goku got into his eyes, saying, "What are you doing?" As, well, Goku's consciousness just dropped. He lost consciousness. As, well, this is kind of like the mind transfer jutsu, but you stay in that body permanently. The permanent mind transfer jutsu, that's basically what Lucifer's doing, as Lucifer switches bodies with Goku. As Goku and Lucifer had switched bodies, and Lucifer killed his old body, or his old angelical body, and accepted his new Saiyan body. As his Saiyan body, or the Saiyan power that his body feels, is incredible. His power is beyond anything. As Lucifer began laughing maniacally as he said, "You foolish Saiyan, you think I would care about such low, worthless trash like you? You're such a fool." As, well, Lucifer left, and with all the knowledge transferred into Goku's body, the consciousness of Lucifer in Goku's body would make an unstoppable force. Lucifer, his first planet to go to was Namek, as he knows about the Dragon Balls, so he goes to Namek, destroying any Namekian that gets in his way, and getting the wish of the Dragon Balls. And the wish that he wanted was, well, since Lucifer technically kind of is immortal, well, not immortal, he wishes for immortality, since he doesn't want Zeno to interfere, even though Zeno managed to erase the universe and even the immortal Zamasu. He still managed to do that, but he wished to become immortal and to get rid of any foe. Well, he can't really do that, but just to get rid of any pest in Universe 7 that will get in his way. And the strong fighters of Universe 7 that could have stood in his way were all gone. Every single foe was gone. And Purunga had to ask for compensation for this, and it took a few years of his life, but it doesn't matter since he's immortal, so that doesn't really affect him whatsoever. And, well, Goku just Hakai'd Purunga out of existence, since he doesn't need Purunga anymore, since he used Purunga for all he was worth anyway. And Goku sent a Kai ball to the planet's core, destroying Namek, and he went on his merry way, destroying any other planet or anything else that would get in his way, killing Universe 7 off, since Universe 7 is now dead without the Supreme Kai, or the God of Destruction, or even Whis. No one stood a chance. And he continued his merciless destruction throughout Universe 7, killing everything there. Universe 7 had now been wiped off the map, as his next target would be Universe 6. Entering Universe 6's area and continuing mass destruction upon that area and fighting Champa. And Champa was not as strong as Beerus, so, well, Goku demolished Champa, and he isn't still used to this power, but he knows how to work the power even though it isn't as strong as he would like it to be. He trains his Supreme Instinct and defeats any enemy who comes his way, defeating other universes and destroying their, plane of existence there, destroying every other universe, which would take multiple years at least, and Goku is immortal, so this wouldn't really trouble him. But Goku arrives to Universe 11, but all the other, gods who managed to escape his wrath were there. Every god was there. And there was only a few angels left, but this angel was the Grand Priest, and also Universe 11's angel was there, and Jiren was there as well. Every single great fighter of Universe 11 was there, and they powered up to take down this great foe of the universe. As the fight began, and this fight continued on, not for months, and it continued not for months, but for years. It took 1 year to finish this battle. This battle took ages. I know their power could have ran out, but all the mortal fighters, or the gods of destruction, or the god of destruction, and the angels could continue this battle for about a week or a year at least, since the Grand Priest is there that can restore energy to themselves, and the other fighters from, Universe 11 were wiped out. Jiren was the only one left from from the Pride Troopers that came to help. He was the only one left, and he continued fighting as well, growing a lot stronger, but that doesn't matter, since compared to this foe, it's impossible. But Goku was tiring out exponentially. He knew he couldn't keep this up, but he needed to get away, and he knew just the trick. Since he went to this planet named Yardrat while destroying Universe 7, he learned a few things from there, teleporting to a whole new plane of existence. Universe 9, I think it was, or Universe 10, where Goku found the time ring. And he did kill everything there, but did not destroy the Kai's planet. He left every Kai's planet of every other universe intact, just in case he'd need to do something like this. And he made a run for it, and took the time ring. And this time ring, he took other time rings and placed them on his hand, clenching his fist, saying, "I will not lose here." As he opens up a dark portal, and the portal that he opened was his angel staff. As he grabs his angel staff and heads back to the fight, continuing this 1-year battle. And the Grand Priest is very strong indeed, but this foe continued growing stronger, and since he's a Saiyan too, his Saiyan blood will also boil, and his Zenkais will also come in handy, so he will have a lot of Zenkais, boosting him exponentially to the power where he was before, to the same strength he was, and how he was able to keep up with the Grand Priest even though he wasn't at full prime power was because of his Zenkais and his strength alone. And even without that, he was able to somewhat keep up with the Grand Priest, but the Grand Priest wasn't showing his full power, and the Grand Priest access to that full power. Him and the Grand Priest continue their duel. All the others were destroyed as Goku, he sets off a massive Akai explosion, which the Grand Priest managed to dodge, or the Daishinkin managed to dodge, but all the others didn't, which destroyed the other fighters, and the only one left was the Grand Priest, or Daishinkin. and they continue their fight, and it now seems lost. All hope was lost. Until one person happened to show, and that one person happened to show themselves, happened to be Zeno. Zeno came in and basically slammed his fist. Since he has a transformation, I assume Zeno has a true form or true full power form, just like any other, main protagonist in any of this. I reckon he would have a transformation like this, and I'm gonna use the Anime War transformation because that transformation looks OP and sick. So he transforms into his full power, and that's what it would look like if you've seen Anime War. He dashes towards Goku, blasting an almighty pole straight towards his chest, blasting him, and I'm pretty sure Zeno has the power of creation and destruction, so he creates multiple large masses of rock behind him. He gets slammed through multiple of those, and then Zeno gets a gigantic ki blast, blasting it towards Goku. As Goku tries to counter this blast, but doesn't, and almost gets evaporated, but teleports and continues the fight, and he's overpowered, and he's losing ground exponentially. The only thing he knows what to do is to use the time ring. As he was about to use his time ring, though, Zeno cut that arms clean off. He cut both arms clean off, since both arms have time rings, so both arms were chopped clean off, which means he can't even hold his staff. As Goku screams in pain, saying, "You fool! I am the ruler of all universes. I will put an end to your creation, Zeno." As a Grand Priest and Zeno stand before him, saying, "You are the fool. You destroyed the creation. The peace and balance that could have been there for every universe, you have destroyed. Sealing you will not be necessary. We will eradicate you." But before they could finish, his hands regrew, and since he's immortal, I've totally forgot about the immortality. He can heal himself. Even without the staff, he can heal himself since he's immortal. He grows his hands back as he tries to strike the Daishinkin, but he misses the punch, since Zeno caught the punch and basically grabs his chest, or places his hand on his chest and wipes out his immortality ability, and now he can't be immortal. As Goku looks at Zeno, saying, "What have you done?" As Zeno says, "Goodbye, Lucifer." As Lucifer or Goku, both have now been extinguished. They have been extinguished from all of existence. So this is how I think it would play out, but this is just my side of the story. But if you guys enjoyed this what if scenario, you guys could give a like and subscribe, and without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next what if scenario. Peace.